Princess Eugenie has revealed people tell her she's better looking in person after being photographed in awkward moments when she was younger. The royal mother of two, 33, spoke about the pressure she feels running her own Instagram account on the White Wine Question Time podcast, hosted by Kate Thornton, as well as her own body image. During the interview, she revealed her fear that she will be trolled online, and as a result, she carefully plans all of her social media posts and asks others for advice beforehand. As a public figure, she also discussed her concerns that she might be sharing too much about her family life, which leads her to think twice about how and when she posts a photo. After growing up in the spotlight, Eugenie also revealed that people tell her she is better looking in real life after being photographed in awkward moments over the years. The royal said, "I do my own Instagram and I find it the most stressful thing in the world. Before I post, I text about 5 people to ask if it's okay. Am I going to get trolled?" She recalled one occasion when she had written your instead of your and was abused by Instagram users for her grammar error. "I freaked out," she recalled. "Since then I've been really particular." Eugenie also added she feels a responsibility to be respectful to her family in terms of what she shares on social media. "I don't want to overpost my children or family life. I am constantly finding a balance," she said. After growing up in the public eye, Eugenie joked about terrible photos of herself that had been taken in the past. "There's been terrible ugly shots of us coming out of bars," she said. "People come up to me and say you're much better looking in real life." "Beatrice and I, like many of our cousins, have had a really awkward phases. I am proud of my incredibly strange looks." Elsewhere in the interview, Eugenie spoke about her late grandmother and other members of her family. The royal mother of two, 33, discussed her close relationship with her late grandmother, whom she calls one of the best people in the world, her mother Sarah Ferguson, and her big sister Princess Beatrice. In an interview on the White Wine Question Time podcast hosted by Kate Thornton, the royal also discussed her work in tackling modern slavery through the Anti-Slavery Collective. Speaking to Kate about her work ethic, which she believes she has inherited from her family, the royal praised her late grandmother and said she and all the grandchildren learnt how to do things from her. She also noted how Her late Majesty's sense of humor often shone through, and she was always able to surprise her family. Referring to the Queen's James Bond sketch during the London 2012 Olympics opening ceremony, Eugenie revealed she and the rest of the family had no idea their grandmother had filmed the bit. The sketch saw Her late Majesty joined by Daniel Craig's 007 in Buckingham Palace as he collected the monarch and her corgis for a special mission, which later saw her skydive into the Olympic Stadium and straight into her seat. "Nobody knew. It was amazing," she said. "We were all surprised. She added she loved watching her cousin Zara Tyndall, or Z, as she refers to her, competing in the games and won a silver medal in the equestrian team event, which was presented to her by Princess Anne. Elsewhere in the interview, Eugenie discussed the ways in which she had been influenced by her late grandmother. The princess said, "She was just one of the best people in the world. Her sense of duty and dedication and her love of her people, it really happened in public like you all saw, and it happened in private with us." We learnt how to do things from her as well, how to talk to people, how to stay strong and dutiful and kind, she really instilled in us. When she died, I said to people, "How lucky I am to have a part of her in me." Speaking about other members of her family, Eugenie revealed her closeness with Princess Beatrice, her older sister, whom she described as a great mum to daughter Sienna. The royal revealed she calls her sister for nearly everything. Similarly, she praised her mother, Sarah Ferguson, for instilling a need to give back to society within her. She's founded a charity herself and built schools and went around the world. Her example is definitely something I live by. During the interview, Princess Eugenie also revealed she calls Tracy M and Auntie Tracy after the couple became friends as English women living in New York. "I met her in England but we moved to New York at the same time," she revealed. She became Auntie Tracy because we would hang out in New York not really knowing anyone. I'd seen everything she'd done in 1997. I did art history at school, and read about her. When you see them in a history book then meet in real life, it's bizarre. Most of the time it would be going to her apartment, having dinner, chatting about her art. We'd have brunch in New York. She's such a lovely person, I want to get to know her, she's such a remarkable woman.